Okay, so welcome back. This is video number 3, and we're going to talk about the highest converting list and how it works. So we talked about in the previous video that this is the buyer's list. A list of 100 people is worth way more than a list of 2,000 free subscribers. So think about it, because these are people who actually know you. They have purchased a product, somebody else's product, but they still know you and they have seen you on the thank you page. Now, I'm going to talk more about the formula, how it works and all that in just a minute, so you'll be able to see everything in a bird's eye view. So how do you build a list without selling a product? That doesn't really make sense, does it? But after I show you, this will definitely make more sense. So the way you do this is by piggybacking on people with products, so vendors. And here's how this mind map flows. Basically, this is how it works. Basically, somebody purchases a product from a vendor. And I'll give you an example in just a minute. But they purchase that product and it's not you or anything. It's a vendor. And you've worked out a deal with that vendor who is selling something very, very specific. So in other words, if you approach somebody who is selling, let's say, for example, some sort of recipe book, then you might want to sell something related to them, not directly in competition with them, but specifically related so that it actually helps that person. So after you have done this, you basically will have some sort of high value product that you're offering to that vendor's customers. And the vendor has agreed to place your high value product to give it to their customers for free on their thank you page. So think about it. If somebody lands on the vendor's thank you page, they are ready to download the product that they just purchased, right? And they also see your high value product as well. So basically, they are getting the first impression of, after I purchase, I see the vendor's product and I see your high value product. So what does that do? When they're in that buying mode, they see the vendor and they see your name or your brand. So on the vendor's thank you page, basically you deliver your high value product. It's not the same as a lead magnet or anything like that. This is a super high value product that somebody is actually willing to pay for. You're just giving it away for free and they subscribe and you deliver the goods. Now, you don't necessarily get a monetary exchange in this case, but in this case, it's a win-win situation for the vendor and the buyer. Now, the reality is that no vendor out there will be willing to share their list with you. By all means, I will say that up front, no vendor out there is going to share their list with you. So how do you overcome this? How do you go about this? And how do you do this? Well, you must create what we call a high value offer. So in this case, this is this right here. So that's basically how that formula works. Now, I'm going to basically show you more in depth how this works, but all that means is that your focus is really building a very high value offer that the vendor is willing to put on their thank you page. So in other words, in order to get the vendor to say yes, you really have to focus on the formula of building high value thank you offers, which we're going to talk about right now in video number 4.